Rock's biggest night is finally here. Welcome to the first ever Rock and Roll Hall of Fame official red carpet induction ceremony pre-show. I'm your host, Carrie Keagan, and we're here in a very rainy outside public auditorium in downtown Cleveland with fans right there waiting for the class of 2018 to arrive. Hey, everybody! You guys are live right now. Are you guys ready to rock? I knew it. I'm ready to rock too. All right, so whether you're online or here with us, thank you for tuning in. So I think we need to get it started. We're here now until the ceremony begins at 7:30 p.m. The artists being honored in the 33rd annual induction ceremony presented by Klipsch Audio are Bon Jovi, The Cars, Dire Straits, The Moody Blues, Nina Simone, and early influencer sister Rosetta Tharpe. Now, joining me here, you guys need to meet this guy. He's a very important man. This is Greg Harris. This guy is the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame Museum CEO. And, I mean, if it wasn't for you, I guess we wouldn't really be here, would we?
Well, you know, if it wasn't for all these fans, we wouldn't be here. That's why we're here.
That's for sure. He gave you a shout out.
The city of Cleveland wanted to have the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame built here. They put it together. They built it. We opened 23 years ago, and 12 million people have come here to celebrate rock and roll since then. The inductions, having them here is phenomenal. Having them anywhere is phenomenal, but tonight's going to be a very special night.
It is very special, and there's some really great inductees this year.
Oh, yeah. You know, they're cheering right now because they're recognizing people out there. What fun. But yeah, they range from, you know, this electric guitar playing gospel singer Rosetta Tharpe, who's amazing, all the way up to, you know, arena anthems with Bon Jovi and his band. The Moody Blues have been eligible for years. They finally were nominated and they got in their very first ballot. So it's going to be a great night. Love being here, love all these fans being here, and it's in this old public auditorium. The Beatles played here, the Stones played here, Jimi Hendrix played here. It's a great place.
So much history. Now, give me a little bit. You guys have a whole thing happening. There's a museum. There's the Hall of Fame. Tell me how this all involves each other.
Oh wow! So you know, the museum that all these people have visited is, I think, the greatest museum in the world. It's a museum about the history of rock and roll, and everybody sees their favorites in there. But the museum's open all year long. We do exhibits, we do concerts on our plaza. We did 60 days of live music last year. And in a special area of the museum, we've opened up a Hall of Fame. So these artists tonight will be enshrined in that spot forever. We were in the museum just yesterday with Bon Jovi, all the members of the band, with the Moody Blues, and they dedicated their plaque, and that will hang forever. So anybody watching, come out to Cleveland, check out this Hall of Fame, see your heroes, and then experience why rock and roll is so important to all of us.
Now, this is the first time that we're actually doing a live red carpet. And thank you very much for having me. It's an honor. But what made you decide to do this now as the first time?
You know, we wanted to do this because we want the fans to have a chance to really see this and participate in it, but also the artists love it. This award is not for one great record, one great soundtrack. This award is for a lifetime, a whole body of work, and this is a tribute to them and their lasting legacy. So sharing it with as many people as possible, that's our goal. I hope a lot of people are watching the stream and we can share this with lots.
How amazing is this going to be tonight? Is there anybody that you have inducted already or that you're looking forward to inducting? Like, are there favorites? Have you picked favorites?
You know, I'm fortunate to be in the role as president of the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame and Museum. You can't really pick favorites.
That's true.
It's like picking a favorite kid. You got to love them all. But there is certain music that moves me more. And the music I grew up with, I love. Always been a big fan of the Beatles, of sort of the Stones, garage rock, and the Clash is one of my favorites.
Oh, nice.
So tonight, I'm just thrilled that these ones are being inducted, and they're all terrific. We love them all, and they're all part of our family.
Now, it's raining really, really hard here. I don't know if you guys can tell or if you can hear it. And I'm getting dripped on, which is even more fun. But I feel like maybe this is just like rock and roll heaven crying down on us, little tears of joy.
I love that twist. I think that's fantastic. We wouldn't mind some rock and roll sunshine, but I'll take some rock and roll tears from heaven.
But It's Cleveland. How much sunshine do we really get?
You know, all summer long it's beautiful.
Yes.
Yes.
True. I'm from Buffalo. I understand this weather. Thank you so much.
It's my pleasure. Thank you for hosting our first ever.
My
out here.
pleasure.
And thank you to all these fans for coming out and celebrating with us. It's going to be a great show tonight.
Yeah, and I hope you guys stay tuned because we have so much about to happen. Have you guys made the trip to the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame yet? Because I just did for the first time yesterday, and it's pretty epic. So the iconic building is alive with the energy, passion, and the spirit of music we celebrate. Whoa, hold on.
Get moving.
Woohoo!
Okay.
This is so cool, you guys. Hi, how are you?
Very good, thank you.
Oh my goodness, you guys, look who we are! This is fantastic. Thank you for joining me on the red carpet.
My pleasure. Thank you for the weather, everybody.
Oh yes, we brought this especially for you.
Makes me think of England.
It does, doesn't it?
It does.
It's a little bit. Okay, tell me, how are you feeling right now? You feel good?
Yeah, I feel great, and what an honour to be here.
Right?
Absolute honour.
What did you think when you first heard that this was happening?
Just blew my mind. Blew my mind. And I thought, 50 years of Moody Blues music, that's the legacy. And the museum is going to be another legacy. Fabulous.
Right? Okay, so when you're coming up in the world, like, do you start planning ahead? Like, oh, one day I'm going to be in the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. That's going to be a goal. That's what I'm going to do.
No, I'm a musician. Never had a goal. I just wanted to play my bass and sing.
And that's it.
And that's it.
And look how well you did.
Oh, it's great. Here we are with everyone. Brilliant.
Oh, wait, I heard we have the rest of the band coming behind us? We do. Oh.
Yep.
Okay, so what can you tell me about the rest of the guys before they get here that they shouldn't hear?
Oh, they're great guys. We're friends. We've been friends since, late teens, early 20s.
And it doesn't always work out that way. There's a lot of bands that don't like each other anymore.
Yeah, well, they need to look at themselves.
So what is it that you guys did right?
Well, because we write our own songs and we promote each other. That's what it's all about.
It's love.
It's
You're
love.
spreading the love.
We do.
You always did.
We try to spread the love to everyone.
Is there anything that you want to say to your fans for making sure that you got in tonight?
Hey, yeah, to all the fans, this is your moment.
It is, right?
It is.
Thanks, you guys. You did this. Where are they? Here they come. The rest of the Moody Blues coming right this way. Thank you. Okay.
Yeah, we just want to hold
Hello.
a photo.
All right, so there's a little bit of a delay, but it doesn't matter. It's going to be awesome. You guys can look down the red carpet and see what's happening right now. Everybody's looking really nice. All right, you guys, so progressive rock giants, the Moody Blues, are being inducted after their first ballot appearance, which is pretty special. So they're a longtime favorite when it comes to fans that want to see inducted into the Hall of Fame. So take a look at what the British rockers worthy of this Hall of Fame induction, what made them so worthy.
I'm just beginning to see. Now I'm on my way.
The Moody Blues have had a musical career that's lasted over 50 years. But they've also been one of the biggest rock and roll transformations of all time. When they started in Birmingham, England in 1964, they were a sort of typical British R&B rock and roll band. In fact, their first hit single, Go Now, was a massive success in England. But it was in 1966, a transformation that you would have never been able to see coming down the road. They recorded a landmark concept album, Days of Future Past. It mixed symphonic orchestrations, a psychedelic rock band sound, and gorgeous lead vocals. The band literally created what many people think of as the blueprint for progressive rock. And that's because the symphonic music takes you on a full journey. The band comes in and out, weaving in these great psychedelic rock anthems. And the vocals really take you to another place. That album alone would be a great achievement for any band. Over the next 9 albums, the Moody Blues produced a number of hit songs that became staples of FM radio. They were both a band that was not afraid to dig deep and do something experimental, use the mellotron, a tape-driven keyboard instrument that basically was the ancestor to the modern sampler. But at the same time, the songs were accessible. Something like Ride My Seesaw was a huge rock and roll hit. And they didn't stop there. As they got into the 1980s, they began working with the producer Tony Visconti, who had worked with artists like David Bowie, and came up with a new synthesizer-driven rock sound, and had a whole nother generation of audiences listening to them on MTV with songs like Your Wildest Dreams, which became a huge hit and gained them an entirely new fan base. They continue to play live today, and they're a great, great rock and roll band. If you think about drawing on over 50 years of music to create live shows that can excite audiences from different generations, that's something incredibly powerful. And it shows us why the Moody Blues are such an important band.
The Moodies is a band of principles, really. I mean, we've always believed in doing the music that we want to play, not following any particular kind of trend, so we've never got involved in any kind of fashion or any kind of trend. It's passed us by, that kind of thing. And we still believe in the same principles that we've always held. You know, we just want to make music that turns us on, and we feel that's our duty, and by doing that, we're turning our audience on.
We're happening. All right, you guys, we're here with Nina Simone's brother. This is Sam Wayman.
Hello.
He's accepting the award on her behalf to the Rock Hall of Fame.
Well, thank you. I'm glad to be here.
How do you think Nina would feel about being inducted tonight?
Well, first of all, she would be honored, but the other thing she would say is, damn, Sam, it's about time.
It kind of is, right?
Yeah, it is. It's been a long time.
She is such a wonderful inspiration to women and to musicians everywhere. I mean, I remember the first time I ever heard her sing was Strange Fruit. That was the song.
Oh,
and it
man.
was literally the most powerful song I have ever heard in my life.
I'm glad you said that. That's an unusual song, because I think Billie Holiday sang that song first. Right.
But I heard Nina sing it first.
And that did it for you, right?
That was all I needed. And then I became an instant fan.
Who are you?
My name is Carrie Keagan.
Okay. All right. So I'm happy to be here.
I'm really happy to have you.
This is awesome.
So what are you looking forward to tonight? Is there a moment? Are there words? Obviously there's going to be a performance?
Yes, there is going to be a performance. I have a lot to say. I just want them to know who Nina was. And there's a lot about them there's a lot about Nina they don't know. In fact, she was a little girl. They don't know about that. I'm going to tell some great stories tonight that you're going to want to hear tonight.
I will make sure I listen.
Oh, yeah. It's going to be awesome. And it's going to be a lot of fun. So I'm looking forward to it. And this whole thing is awesome.
It really is.
Yes. I mean, I can't believe so many people turning out for this thing.
Yeah, and all these people that are standing outside in the rain and the cold.
I mean, look at them.
Just so we can honor your sister.
Look at that. Yeah, Nina Simone, yes. Yeah. This is wild.
Who's a Nina Simone fan?
Nina Simone, yes. This is wild.
What do you think it is about her music that connects her to so many people?
Because she's real.
Yeah.
There's nothing fake about Nina Simone. Her struggle, who she was. Yeah. She had a vision as a black woman. Her dream was to be the very first black classical pianist. That's an amazing dream.
Yep.
And I think to all young black girls and black women, I would like for her to be an inspiration to them. And I hope that she is. And I think that's why people love her, because she played no games. You got what you want. When you see Nina Simone, you got it. It was real. She played no games, and also she struggled.
Yep.
You know what I mean? That's the most important thing.
But they're not cheering for her struggle right now. That was odd timing.
No. And she represents a period in civil rights, you know.
Yes.
You know, I'm from the civil rights period. I sang at Martin Luther King's funeral. I went to jail with him in Philadelphia.
Wow.
We marched together in Cairo, Illinois, and Philadelphia, Mississippi. So I'm a survivor. And I think she represents a period in this time when this country was turbulent.
Yep.
In the 60s. So there's a lot here that why people relate to her.
Has anything changed?
The more things change, the more they remain the same.
Exactly what I was thinking.
No, not much. But I think so. And the struggle is still there. But I think people's civil rights are being still violated in a lot of ways. And I think that's what she stood for.
Is there anybody out there today, musician-wise, that you feel is sort of representing what Nina put out there?
Yes. I'm going to say this, and this, Lauryn Hill is one of them.
Yep.
No, for real. Lauryn Hill. Oh, Lauryn Hill is Mary J. Blige. I'm not saying that deliberately, but I'm saying those people, those artists, stand for something that is convincing. They're honest. They're being true to themselves, and nobody tells them what to do.
Damn straight.
Damn straight. And that's why Nina Simone represents that to them, I think. You know, and that's what I want to say tonight in my speech.
Well, and you didn't give anything away by saying Mary J. Blige because she's performing tonight.
Yes, she is.
And that's going to be pretty incredible.
Yes. And I'm happy about that.
Me too.
This is going to be awesome.
Do you know what song they're going to sing? Are you allowed to tell me?
And I'm not allowed to tell you. I'm not going to tell you.
I mean, it's just me listening.
I know, but nobody's listening to us. No, I'm not going to say. You know.
Well, thank you very much for stopping by.
It's my honor.
I can't wait to see you up there.
Okay, you got it.
And I love Nina, so there
Thank
it
you.
is.
Thank you very much.
Thanks, Sam.
Okay, you're welcome. All right, thank you.
Guys, she's known as the High Priestess of Soul.
Ain't got no shoes, ain't got no money, ain't got no class.
What I hope to do all the time is to be so completely myself that my audiences and even people who meet me are confronted. They're confronted with what I am, inside and out, as honest as I can be. In this way, they have to see things about themselves.
I ain't got no culture, ain't got no mother,
Hear a pitch.
ain't got no father.
I don't have a speaker with my mic. I can't do my tone ball.
All right, you guys, we are here with Graham from the Moody Blues. Woo!
Yeah, whoa, come on.
Moody Blues! They're stuck over there in the rain. They can't see everything.
Yeah, poor creatures with weather like that.
How great is it that they came out here to honor you in the rain and the cold?
The fans have been doing it for 50 years. They're the most loyal and the best fans on earth.
Would you be here without them, you think?
Oh, no, of course not. Actually, I'll probably be pushing up daisies without them.
Is there, okay, so obviously you're being inducted tonight.
Yeah.
And that's a very big deal. Is there any one person that you couldn't have done it without? You know, aside from the fans, was there somebody in your life, a moment that happened, something that triggered everything that you're here because of that?
You mean apart from the other guys?
Apart from the other guys.
They're
kind of important.
Yeah. My granddad, because he was a vocalist as well. I'm not a vocalist, I'm a drummer. But he was a vocalist and he was a professional and he toured. I mean, back then, it was almost the stagecoach days. But he was the inspiration and my muse and the way he kept saying, you know, you can do it. He got me there. And he always wanted to see me perform at the London Palladium. And he did. 4 months before he died, he did.
Wow.
So that was really cool.
That's fantastic. Was there like a holy shit moment that you had while you were in the blues? While you were doing the band?
I suppose, yes, there was. It was in the early days, and we got a stage all set out, and then people get, for the drums, they get a little podium, and it's always too small. and I just got the seat all set, and it was only about a quarter of an inch of room. And so we're playing about 4 or 5 songs, and then there's a big end coming, and I go, bum, 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 and I do the cymbals like this, and I go leaning backwards, and I go back and back, and then I finally hook my 2 feet underneath the drum kit to, and of course that all came down on top of me as well. So I go, holy shit, and I'm down there winded, injured, spikes all over the place, and the entire audience and all of the rest of the moodies were pissing themselves and laughing.
That is so rock and roll. I love it. That's where Spinal Tap got all their moves, obviously.
Yes.
Right for the Moody Blues. Well, congratulations on tonight.
Well, thank you.
Much deserved to you guys.
And can I get out of the rain now?
Yes, you can.
Bye, everyone. Keep good. Take care.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
All right, you guys, we have another very special person here on the wet red carpet. This is Desmond Child, and he's kind of a really big deal because you basically have written every song we've ever been in love with. That is the truth.
Kind of the truth.
Well, I'm sorry, there was one song you didn't
One,
write.
Happy Birthday, okay?
Okay, that was the one.
Yeah.
How did you get hooked up with Bon Jovi to begin with?
Well, I used to work with Kiss and Paul Stanley, and John asked Paul for my number, and then we got together the first day and wrote You Give Love a Bad Name.
I mean, that's not a bad first day, is it?
Yeah, first day's work. Then we wrote Living on a Prayer together, John, Richie, Sambora, and I.
That's amazing. So you've gone from giving love a bad name to giving rock and roll a really wonderful day.
Yeah.
That's gotta feel good.
It does feel good. And just, I'm so proud of the whole entire band. Everyone's worked so hard to make this band a legend because it really is hard work all these years, and they've been so consistent, and they just keep writing, keep believing, and I'm just happy to be part of the Bon Jovi family.
That's incredible. So, I mean, they're obviously quite deserving. Everybody here is a huge Bon Jovi fan. I mean, it's kind of really amazing that you get to spend all this time with them, and I know that everybody's really jealous. So, like, do you have any stories from behind the scenes that you want to share? Like, was there a moment where, I don't know, somebody fell asleep at the wheel, or I don't know, something? Give me a little behind
I
the
remember
scenes.
once, long time ago, John was in LA and he just didn't have anything to do that day for some reason. And I said, oh, and he said, what are you doing? I said, well, I have these appointments. And he said, okay, I'll drive you. So he drove me to like 5 appointments and just sat in the lobby. It's cool when John Bon Jovi's your chauffeur.
Incredible. Yeah.
That was one of the funnest days.
Do you think that we can work that out? Do you think he's got anything?
I don't think so.
He's gonna be Bon Jovi's gonna be your next Uber driver. I mean, where do you go from here?
Yeah. Where do you go from there?
Once you're inducted into the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame,
Then
I feel
it's
like
Uber.
Then it's Uber or Lyft.
Lyft.
Do you have a favorite song that you guys did together?
Living on a Prayer.
Why?
Because it means so much to so many people, and they always play it at the end of the night, and no one will leave until they've heard Living on a Prayer. And when they start to play Living on a Prayer, it's goosebumps. Everyone just screams it out. You can't even hear the band. It means so much to people.
It does.
And I remember once we got a letter from a guy that said he was going to kill himself. And so he went to the bridge, just jumped out of the car, left the car running, was ready to jump, and Living on a Prayer came on the radio. And he said, oh, well, that's my favorite song, so let that be the last song I hear. So he went back in the car. By the end of the song, he drove home.
Oh, wow.
So Bon Jovi has saved a life.
That is amazing.
Yeah, but we get so many letters of people that say our music has helped them through hard times, and so it's a song about hope.
Yeah.
And that's in such little supply these days. So
That's for sure. We need some joy in our lives. And that's
Yeah.
what the Hall of Fame is all about. Adding a little bit of joy back into the world.
Absolutely.
I am so happy that you came by.
Thank you.
Thank you so much for sharing this
And
with us.
I think we match, right?
Yeah. Did you guys notice we have These, he does collaborations with Bon Jovi, but we do collaborations of our own, all right?
Yeah.
Maybe we'll do
Thank
some
you
more
so
future
much.
work.
Okay, absolutely. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Desmond. Great to see you. Hi, come on here. Come on. Oh my God, you poor thing. Everybody's just trying to stay out of the rain. All right, Haley, you're from American Idol.
Yeah, that's where I hail from.
And you're used to holding the microphone, and that's pretty
Right.
amazing. You did a Moody Blues cover.
I did.
Tell me about that, because obviously that's a very important thing to be doing right now.
Yeah. Well, I feel honored to be here first and foremost. I've watched this in the induction ceremonies growing up as a kid, so I thought it was perfect to bring my dad along with me, and he's a guitarist and a musician, so we just figured why not, sit around and do a little cover of the Moody Blues. We just saw them do their Q&A and also got to sit in on their sound check. So, wanted to make it come full circle because we're such great fans of them and all the other inductees. So
Dreams really do come true here at the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame.
They do. I couldn't be happier to be here, and everybody's so nice.
Who were your inspirations growing up?
Pretty much all sounds of the 60s and 70s, rock and roll, the Beatles, the Stones, Janis, Dusty. There's so many. The list goes on and on. So this is like you said, it really is a dream come true to be here and share this with everybody.
Now, we're inducting some really great rock bands, but we also have, obviously, Nina Simone and Sister Rosetta Tharpe.
Yes.
The first time I saw Sister Rosetta Tharpe, my jaw was just on the ground.
Me too.
And I kept saying, how had I never heard of this woman before?
Same.
Why is she not a staple in everyone's vocabulary?
Isn't that crazy to
She's
think?
such a rock star.
You're right. You're so right. And as far as, Sister Rosetta and also Nina, I sing a lot of jazz too. So growing up, having those kind of voices be an influence, and the playing, it's just, they were true innovators of their time. And thankfully now, today, they're getting all the recognition that they deserve.
Is there anybody you're going to be yelling overly loud for inside?
Well, I heard there's quite a few surprises, so I'm really excited to see what that's all about. But Moody Blues again. Oh, as people are chanting their name. Can't wait for them and everybody that's on the list. This is going to be a really fun night.
I agree. Get inside, stay warm.
Thank you.
Thank you for coming by.
Have fun.
Thank you. Here, I'll take that. Thank you. Hi. Yeah. Hi, Justin. How are you? I'm Carrie. It's very, very nice to meet you. Come on. Justin Hayward, Moody Blues. Moody Blues!
Hello.
We need to make sure they know who's here. They're a little bit separated from us.
Okay.
Congratulations.
Thank you very much.
You're official now. You're in the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame.
Yes, I'm very grateful, very pleased. Yeah, it's lovely. It means
you,
a lot to me.
Did you work very hard? Was this the goal? Or was this did you just skate walk?
I worked
the
very
whole
hard
time?
to pay the rent, That's about it, yeah.
Is that how rock and roll works?
It's a lovely thing, yeah. It's a lovely thing. I'm very grateful to the Rock Hall. It's to be celebrated in this place, which is, in the same street even as my real heroes. It's a wonderful thing.
Tell me who your heroes were.
Well, Buddy Holly when I was growing up and the Everly Brothers. And I'm so proud that we're with Nina Simone in this induction because she was a heroine of mine when I was a young, she kind of taught me how to sing with her records.
Had you ever met her?
I'd seen her in France, as a matter of fact.
Wow.
Yeah.
I bet she was amazing when you're just sitting right in
Powerful.
that room.
Intense and powerful, but wonderful.
So
yeah.
today's
A
an
joy.
extra special day then.
Yes, of course, yeah. Every day is an extra. If I'd have known how fabulous the last 50 years was going to be, I'd have enjoyed every moment. As it is, been pretty much stressful all the way.
Has there been one moment that stood out in the last 50 years where you're like, that's the reason why we're here right now?
I think no, it never occurred to me like that. And I think the reason why we're here right now is because the Moody Blues fans, once they'd opened the door to our nomination, it's like a steamroller, baby.
It sure is.
So they weren't going to let it close on us. So to be inducted at the first nomination is wonderful for us, and the Moody Blues fans have given us a wonderful life in music, and I'm very happy with that.
So what are you going to do next for them then? I mean, this is 50 years of full-on dedication now. I think they
Well,
deserve some more.
I'm still trying to pay the rent, you know, and I'm still trying to do what I want to do, and I hope that's what they want me to do as well. To
Yes.
share the music and to create a little bit of magic in a room. That's all my purpose.
We absolutely want you to continue. So please don't go away.
No chance of that. Yeah.
Thank you so much.
Oh, my pleasure.
And
My love to you, and
congratulations.
thank you very much. Thank you, everybody.
Have a great time tonight.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you. Ta-da.
Here, I'll take that. Thank you. Hi. How are you? You have amazing hair. Oh, wow. Okay, welcome to the Hall of Fame.
Thank you.
Who are you most excited to see tonight?
Who I'm most excited to see is probably Brittany Howard doing the tribute song for Rosetta Tharpe.
Hold on, I got people talking to me. I can't hear. This is a live red carpet, you guys. Lots of things are gonna happen. We're getting rained on. We're getting things that just don't work all the way. It's fine. We're gonna be great. Tell me again who you just said.
I'm most excited to see Brittany Howard do the tribute song
yes.
for Rosetta Tharpe.
Mm-hmm. Were you a fan of Rosetta Tharpe before?
I actually didn't know most of her music, but now that I've discovered it, it's really awesome.
She is incredible. So I'm pretty excited about seeing the Cars. Nobody has talked about the Cars yet. And
Cars?
Who are they? Oh my God, you guys, the Cars are being inducted tonight. Bon Jovi, the Cars, Dire Straits. We've seen the Moody Blues. They've walked this carpet already. I feel like we're sort of standing in awesomeness right
Yeah.
here. It's just a big red carpet of wonderful.
Definitely.
Who are your inspirations?
My inspirations, for the people that are being inducted today, or just in general? Because, a lot of my inspirations, there's tons of people that have been inducted to that thing, like Johnny Cass,
Yeah.
John Fogerty, just so many artists that I've looked up to over the years and have inspired my music.
It's fantastic. And you know what? The Rock and Roll Hall of Fame is filled with so many people. Have you been through it yet?
I have.
Wow. Just wall to wall. Every inch of it is just history and inspiring tunes. I love it so much. Thank you so much for coming by.
Thank you.
Enjoy tonight. Have
will.
fun. I'm going to meet you in there
All
because
right.
I'm freezing. Thank you.
Celebrate power, passion, and soul as music's elite gather to honor rock's royalty. Bon Jovi, The Cars, Nina Simone, The Moody Blues, Dire Straits, Sister Rosetta Tharpe. The 2018 Rock and Roll Hall of Fame induction ceremony with appearances by Howard Stern, Mary J. Blige, Ms. Lauryn Hill, Brandon Flowers, Ann Wilson, Stevie Van Zandt, Brittany Howard, Andra Day, The Roots, Paul Schaefer, Felicia Collins. Only on HBO.
tonight's induction ceremony will feature the newest class of inductees and special guests and performers who take the stage together, creating unforgettable rock moments. Fans watching will have the chance to share the night too on May 5th, 8 p.m. Eastern and Pacific on HBO. So check out this trailer to see who will be part of rock's biggest night.
Celebrate power, passion, and soul as music's elite gather to honor rock's royalty. Bon Jovi, The Cars, Nina Simone, The Moody Blues, Dire Straits, Sister Rosetta Tharpe. The 2018 Rock and Roll Hall of Fame induction ceremony with appearances by Howard Stern, Mary J. Blige, Ms. Lauryn Hill, Brandon Flowers, Ann Wilson, Stevie Van Zandt, Brittany Howard, Andra Day, The Roots, Paul Schaefer, Felicia Collins. Only on HBO.
Rock and roll is a way of life. It's you can't think of it as just a music form. If you live it, you live it. You wake up in the morning, you be brushing your teeth with it, and you go to bed with it next to your pillow at night. So it's a lifestyle.
Sometimes you can have a band that sort of, for a lot of fans, gets locked into one time period of their career. And I feel like Bon Jovi is one of those bands. Because let's face it, between 1986 and 1988, you get Slippery When Wet and New Jersey. Two incredible albums. Songs like You Give Love a Bad Name, Living on a Prayer, Wanted Dead or Alive, Bad Medicine. Just huge hits, and very much locked into the kind of vibe at the time of hair metal, right? They were sort of a metal band. You know, Richie Sambora played with this really aggressive guitar sound, and John Bon Jovi was singing with this voice that could have been in a metal band if it wasn't so bluesy. And they get locked into that look, that style they had, the long hair and the jackets and scarves and all these things. But the key to Bon Jovi is they continued to be an incredible band because at the center of what they were about were great songs. That's why when you hear Richie Sambora and John Bon Jovi do an acoustic version of Wanted Dead or Alive in a totally different sound than the original, it still works. It still sounds like a great song, because it is. They were out there touring the world for years, playing for massive audiences, and even coming into areas that sounded more like country or sounded more like, other styles. They were able to keep the center of what they were all about. And that ability to be great musicians and kind of outlive that first initial flash of success that you had, that's really something pretty amazing. And at the same time, those songs from the 80s still hold their own with some of the best songs of rock and roll.
Play rock and roll on stage together, and we have a good time, man. We look at each other and we're happy to be there, We're happy to play with each other. Bon Jovi's a family, and it's like your brothers,
So basically, I thought, if we sold 1 million records, I'd be the happiest kid on earth, and I could get off the ball. It's been a dream come true now, 12 million records. That's pretty amazing. Well, actually, we only sold 2 million records, and my mom bought 10 million records, so. And I rock them all, 'cause I'm a cowboy on a steel side.
You were there when they said that Bon Jovi wasn't going to happen. You were there when they said that we were a fluke. You kept coming back for more and telling the critics and all the authority, whoever they are out there, no. So to our fans, thank you.
Elvis Presley is truly one of the most celebrated artists of our time. He was part of the inaugural inductee class into the Hall of Fame and is now the subject of a new 2-part documentary called The Searcher, premiering tonight on HBO. Here's the trailer.
My type of music is rhythm and blues all combined. That's about all.
He was not afraid to go and be exposed to it so he could...
American teen never done that.
He was snatched from the ordinary life of a young man into a place that no one else had ever been in our culture.
Elvis is a big business. Everybody was trying to get every penny they could out of whatever they could.
He's feeling that he's not in control. He wanted to grow. He wanted to evolve as an artist.
Colonel Parker, the record company, they would say to him, you don't fulfill your contracts, you won't do anything.
Elvis said, I'm starting to feel the pressure. I'm obligated. I don't think there's a way out for me. He felt trapped.
An artist like Elvis, he's actually pretending when he's home to be normal. And when he goes out on stage at night, it's who he actually is.
Deep in my heart, there's a trembling that